This conference will now be recorded.
So if you have the database, HANA database, and another you have, HANA DB and non-HANA DB other than a HANA. Okay, non-HANA DB. So like Oracle or something like that. So if you have Oracle or MaxDB, right, or Sybase, something like that, then you will have to think before using of this. Okay, so if you are having the HANA database, right, you can use both inner join and for all entries, right? Inner join and for all entries both can be used over here, preferably for all entries. There is no problem here. Also both can be used here. Also inner join and for all entries both can be used. There is no problem, but something we need to understand, okay, that we have seen in our last class, right? Let me revise once again. Okay, so if you have HANA DB, you can use the inner join. You can use the inner join. There is no problem. Even more than for more than 2 tables, you can use the inner join. Okay, for all entries also can be used. For all entries also can be used based upon the requirement. You can use the for all entries, but if there is like if your work is going to get accomplished with the inner join or for all entries, go for the inner join. First preference, you go over here to the inner join, right? Here, if you have more than 2 table to put on inner join, it is not recommended. Okay, for more than 2 table, for up to 2 table, that's fine. Up to 2 tables we can go for the inner join. There is no problem. For all entries, it is preferred if you have more than 2 table and to get the data from more than 2 tables, okay, then this is preferred. In case of more than 2 tables, this is preferred. For all entries is preferred in non-HANA DB, right? In case of more than 2 tables, go for all entries. Go for all entries. Okay, so this is the summary from the last class what we have learned. So if you are going to use more than 2 tables, it will not give you any syntax error or something like that, but from performance point of view, it is recommended in case of more than 2 tables, go for all entries if it is not the HANA database, right? But if you are having the HANA database, you don't have to think about means performance is going to be better in this inner join with respect to for all entries, because HANA database is the in-memory database and it is having massive parallel processing capacity. It's a very powerful. Okay, so whatever the select query and all these things you are going to do, it is everything going to be run by the database engine, right? All the select query. So in memory DB and massive parallel processing, MPP, massive parallel processing. Okay, so these things you just have to remember, right? And the logic will have to understand why I'm telling like this. The HANA database is in memory database because it's installed in RAM, or it is having the massive parallel processing. It's going to be very faster, and in that case the maximum code you can execute at the HANA database level. So if we're going to put more and more inner join, everything is going to get run on the DB layer, so there is no performance problem, right? It will even having the better performance. But this for all entries, this for all entries, this is somehow you can think like here the application server is involved. Okay, here application server, that means the database abstraction interface, is going to play the important role to optimize the query. So whenever you are going to use this for all entries, right, our application server plays an important role to optimize the query, and it sends a data to the database layer in such a way that the query will be faster. Right? So if you are don't having the non-HANA database, that means Oracle or Mac Sybase and all kind of, which is not having the massive parallel power processing, and which is not having the better hardware, it is not installed in RAM, so this is less faster, right? This is less faster, so we have to send the query in an optimized way. And if you are going to use the for all entry, in that case database will be having the lesser load. But if we're going to send more than 2 or 3 or 4 inner join in one go, database will be having the larger load, and in that case the performance will not be good. That's why it is not recommended to use more than for more than 2 tables, inner join or left outer join or whatever join. Okay, so let's go for all entries in that case. So this is what we understood in our last class. In performance point of view, there will be no any syntax error or something like that, but you will have to think from the performance point of view as a ABAP developer. Okay, now yesterday, just one thing. Okay, I think that's the place where we have written the code, but I have copied that one. Let me take from there. So this is the last, and all the program is there in the, why no program? Just a second. I think I forgot to save. Till 8th I have saved it over here. 10th, 11th, 12th, again I will have to do, no problem. I will do it. Okay, so let me go to the system and okay, so yesterday we have written this program in this system only. 28th ZMB 28 for all entries. This is the program. I will first copy this and I'll paste it over there for the for all entries, and just remind me whenever I will write the program, I will copy and paste over there. Okay, so today we will see for 3 table, if we are going to have the 3 table, how the for all entries we are going to do, right? So in case of 3 table, how to do the for all entries. Okay, here, okay, yesterday also I was showing you about the DB hint, right? So for the DB hint, it was giving the dump. This I will take later. Okay, at the end of the session we will see how the DB hint, database hint, is going to work. Okay, fine. So this is what we are getting the data from the Matner, right? MTART, MATKL, plant. into this final table using this inner join, right? Mara is a table and Marcy is a table. Putting the inner join on together, I'm going to get the data, right? If you have to get the data again from some another table, let's suppose from the Marcy table, so again you can put the inner join, right, or left outer join. It all depends on your requirement, right? So you can put the here inner join, left outer join, all these things you can put, right? As if you want to give alias, you can give the alias, right? And on you can give. And again from Marcy and Mardi, I'm going to put the inner join. So Marcy, Mara and Marcy plant is common field between the Marcy and Mardi table. Okay, go to SE11, and if you go to Mardi table, you can see the key field is here. You know, if you go to this table, you can see the key field is there, Matna, Vox, LJORT. So if we're going to use the key field in the on condition, your performance will be good. You can use a non-key field also, there is no problem, but some problem, again, it depends on your requirement. Like, you know, if you have to get the matching field based upon the non-key field, then you'll have to use over there. There is no issue, right? You can use, there is no other way. Okay, but if if your requirement is something like, if you want to get the common data from the Marcy and Mardi table, right, to extract some field, then you can use the key field. Here it's better to use the key field. So here material number, plant and LGOIT is the key field. And if you go to Marcy table, here you can see, let me open one another, just give me a second. I will minimize it. Okay, and at this time, and here I will go SE11 and I will open Marcy, and here you can see both, right, that this is your Marcy table, right? This is your Marcy table. In Marcy, you are having the material number and plant as a key field, and here in Mardi you can see the material number, plant and a storage location, right? So I want to get this storage location field or any another field information from this Mardi table. So I will put the inner join on this material number and plant on this material number and plant, right? Both is common, right? In this Mardi, Mardi is the storage location. So one plant can have multiple storage location. This we already know. This the relationship between the table, right? So let's close it and come over here. So here I'm going to put the join condition. So aim MATNR equal to, you know, uh, you can put aim MATNR equal to D MATNR and M MAT MAT in our box equals to D box. Okay, check the syntax now. Is there any problem? It is telling that the system is not able to unknown column name works until the runtime. So let us see why it's telling. So you can see the Marcy is having the works, right, up to 10 dollars. No problem. The reason behind why it's telling, you know, because the AND condition does not support in the SQL before 7.40. So in the on condition, we can have only one condition over here and does not support before 7.40. After 7.40, it supports, right? But you might be thinking that this system is the latest system, then it should support, right? If you go and check here, this system is the latest system, 7.52, right? You can see it's a 7.52, NetWeaver 7.52, even more than 7.40, right? Why it's not still supporting? The reason behind it's not supporting still because I'm using the old syntax before 7.40 syntax. If we're going to use the new syntax, then it will, you know, then it will support the multiple on condition, right? With AND. So there is no problem. Even you can give based upon the material number also, we can match the data, or based upon the plant directly you can give the plant over here based upon the plant from the MARC, and based upon the plant from the MARD, you can use the condition. Now check the syntax, and now also it is telling the problem. Let me check what is the problem. Aim actually I'm using over here. Okay, use the C and then use this D over here. Now it's a okay. Now because the works is there from the two table, C over here,
Pankaj,
C
Pankaj, one more
right.
thing. You did not declare in types declaration in the MARDI table.
Yeah, in my ID table, yeah, that's fine. But currently only three fields I'm selecting, right? Only
Yes.
I'm selecting only the three fields. Okay, so there will be no problem. When I'm going to add the another field, then that problem will be there. So currently check the syntax, there is no problem. Okay, let me verify once again if uh, my understanding is, just I want to verify my understanding. Let's give me some time. Uh, So as per my current understanding, the multiple and condition is not supported by the old syntax. So just I'm checking because the earlier error was due to some other error. So this is the plant, and then we are having uh, material, right? So C is having the MATNR equals to D again MATNR. Okay, Control F2, it is not giving any problem. So and is here supported, right? So my assumption or my the concept was I think something I need to check over here, because what I know that multiple and condition can be applied only after 7.40. But here you can see that after this on, right, we are having this and condition, and this is the syntax before 7.40. Okay, this is the old syntax. In the new syntax, you will have to give this comma like this. Okay, comma like this. You must have to give the comma, then only it will become the new syntax. And once you give the new syntax, there will be many changes in the new syntax that we will discuss in our coming classes. At last of the session, after the last of the course, we will see mostly. So here you can see it's a uh, supporting this one. So now it's better to give the multiple and condition if it is supporting. Why? Because the material number and plant both is the key field between the MARC and MARTI table. So it's better to give both the key field. From the performance point of view, it will be better. Okay, so just I'm using both the key field over here. Control V, PT printer. Okay, and it got activated now. So this is how you can use a multiple inner join. If you want to put one more inner join on some another table, let's suppose or left outer join on some another table, right? Left outer join, let's suppose VBAP table. Okay, so in VBAP table, the material and VBAP material both you can use, right? Because here you don't have any other way. If you're going to use this MARD, so what I'm trying to put the inner I want to put the left outer join condition on this MARC table and VBAP table. Let's go and observe the MARC table and VBAP table. Okay, where we can put the MARC table is this one, and then what we'll have to do that I will once again open the VBAP. This is the table for the sales order item table. Okay, so whenever you get any sales order, there must be the item is nothing but material. So list of material will be there in the sales order. So now you want to see that this particular material, or let us suppose you can put even the join on this MARA between the VBAP table, right? You want to see this particular material number are present in how many sales order, right? So this is the sales order number. Sales document is nothing but sales order number. Okay, so here you can see this is the key field, this is the key field, here this is the key field, right? But here you don't have any other choice to put on the, because there is no common key field. But matner, this matnum is a non-key field, you can see this material number is none key field because nothing is selected over here, right? So here you can put, there is no other choice, and our requirement is like that, so we'll have to put. So either you can use the Matner or Marcy Matner or Mardi Matner, any Matner you can use, but the better to use the Mara Matner because Matner is the key field in the Mara, right? Single key field, unique key field, so we can use it over here. So left outer join or inner join, right? You can use the inner join also or left, it all depends like how you want to get the data. And then you can put the here, if you want to give the alias, give the alias, and then on condition you can get the v material number, okay, or maybe we can give first the m material number equals to v material number. So like that you can keep on putting up to 6, okay, up to 6 join you can put in the 7.40. earlier you can just check once and put the 6 join and just try to check whether more than 6 it will not support, okay. Maximum up to 6 it will support. Fine. So now the same thing, because from the performance point of view, if it is Oracle and all these things is there, it is not good because everything is going to run at the database layer. Here, if we're going to put this inner join there. So what we want to do, we want to first put, because the inner join when you are going to do, it has to match internally at the database layer, and at the database layer, the performance is not good in terms of non-HANA DB. If it is HANA DB, go for this, there is no problem, it will be faster, even better than for all entries, okay. So but if you have some like Mardi, okay, so what you will do over here, then here we have already got the from the last class. Let me enable this, and this also I will just enable, right? So first I am getting the data from the Mara table into IT_Mara, then I'm getting the data into IT_Marcy table. Now I'll have to get the data into what? Can you tell me what I will have to write? I will have to write if IT_, so based upon Marcy, I'll have to get the data from the Mardi. Is not initial, we must have to do the initiality check, right? Now IT_Marcy will not be having any duplicate entry because we are getting the, this is the key value. Or if we're not going to use the key value, for all entries is having the properties that it's going to remove the duplicate key entries from the internal table, right? So you don't have to bother about the, so this sorting and delete adjacent is not required now onwards after doing this for all entries, okay. But this is important, IT_Marcy will have to check the initiality. And now you can write over here, copy this one and just paste it simply, and here I'm going to get the data from the Mardi table, right? Mardi table. Let's do one thing over here, because I'm using this Mardi table, I want to fetch the data from the Mardi table, some data from Mardi table. So I'm going to fetch the storage location in my final table, okay, final table. And final table also I will have to add one more field over here, LGOIT, because I'm now selecting the data. LGOIT_D is the data element for a storage location. Let's check once. Yes, this is the data element for the storage location. Go back, and from the VBAP table, I want to get some another value. Let's suppose sales document. Okay, I want to get the sales document, so I will add it over here. For the sales document, VBELN is my technical key field name. So VBELN is again my data element. Let's verify if it's correct. Yes, this is correct. And give the comma over here. At left hand side, you can put anything. This name you can put as per your convenient. Okay. This name you can put as per your convenient. Here sales, suppose I want to put sales document number. Okay. This I can put. Similarly, here also you can change. Okay. But here, the sales document number, okay, this sales document is nothing but VBELN. So here you will have to give the VBELN. So VBELN. So now this data will come and sit into SD underscore num field. Okay. In sequence, it will start filling. Matner will go into this matner, this mtart will go into this mtart, this matkl will go into this matkl, this works will go into works, lgrt will go to this lgrt, this VBELN will go into this particular SD underscore num. So in sequence it will go, whatever you will put the name at left hand side, there is no matter. Right hand side you will have to give the correct data element. Okay, you will have to give the correct type over here. Fine. Check the syntax. There is some problem here. It's telling that matkl is ambiguous because from the two table, in whatever table we are using over here, marci, mardi, mara, vbap, in some two table matkl is there. So I want to get the matkl from the mara table, and for the mara table, this alias I have used, so I'm using this alias over here. Okay, check the syntax. Now there is no problem, some warning is there, no issue, we can ignore the warning. Okay, now here okay, so here you have done with the inner join. Now the same thing you want to do with the for all entries, right? So now you want to get the data, right? I'm just going to comment this. Okay, I'm just going to comment this inner join I have shown you. Now with the for all entries I will do. So it underscore mara, we got the data from the mara table, right? Then I'm going to get data from the marci table, whatever data we are having in mara table. Now I'll have to get the data from the mardi table based upon the it underscore marci. Okay, so what I will do that here from mardi into table it underscore mardi, I will prepare one more internal table I will have to prepare. Here we'll have to do some extra work, but in non-HANA DB, the performance will be better if we're going to use like this. That's why for all entries concept has been so popular, you know, before 7.40. Now also it's popular because it is having several other advantages, right? But after 7.450, because you can put directly select query on the internal table, in on this table directly you can put the internal table, you know, there are many things, you know, there are many if and else are there, but overall just to understand for all entries is important now also. Okay, so select matner works from id into table it underscore id for all entries in it underscore. Here marci will give, right? And here also you'll give the marci and use the plant, better to use the plant, right? You can use the material number, there is no problem, but better to use the plant over here. So works I am having, so in it underscore marci we are having what's the field, this plant field is there or not, let me check. So it underscore marci, if you go and check works, actually it is there, not the plant, it's the works. Works and plant both is same, but system does not understand that both is same. I'll have to use a works over here. Okay, so I will get all the data from the mardi which is present over there for all those entries for which the plant is present in it underscore marci, and I will get the data into this it underscore mardi. So I prepare the data now in it underscore mardi. Now I have to prepare the data into the VBAP table, right? So let's go and do that. So for VBAP table, what I'm trying to get, two value I'm trying to get. So types, let's quickly declare types begin of TS underscore VBAP, and then MATNR type MATNR, then sorry, yeah, MATNR is there, yes, VBELN, VBELN, sales document, right? And VBELN, come over here and end of TS underscore VBAP. Okay, so here we this name again you can keep any name based upon your requirement, right? Left side. So I'm just sales document, I'm giving sales document number SD underscore name, and here I will just show you material mat number, I'm just giving the mat number. Okay, so now what I'll have to do, this I have declared, right? This I have declared. we can declare at the top. That's the better practice. Okay, but just to show this conveniently to you, I'm using like this. Okay, at last I will put at the top it underscore bbap type table of ts underscore bbap. So this it underscore bbap is our internal table over here. Let's prepare the internal table now. Copy this simply, this format. Okay, come over here, control v, and now what you will check the initiality over here. I have to get the data from the BBAP table based upon and what is the common between BBAP and Mara table, because I have to get for all the material number sales document. So we are having the material number in Mara table also, we are having the material number in Marci table also, we are having the material number in Mardi table also, but which one you would prefer to get the data from BBAP over here, right? Can any one of you tell me which table we will prefer, like in for all entries? Just let me write it over here, then I will ask to you. So here I'm going to get sales document number, right? And here I'm going to get the material number, MATNO. So this sales document number is my defined field, but this field is not there in VBAP, right? I want to get the data from VBAP. So in VBAP, this name is VBELN. So we'll have to give the database defined name. This value will come and sit into SD underscore N. Okay. Then material number is here MATNR, and this value will come and sit into material number. In the sequence I am defining over here, you will have to also do same. Into table IT underscore BBAP, right? BBAP for all entries in. Now you can tell me I have to put the partner over here. Which table I will have to use over here? Which will be better?
Marty, sir. IT underscore Marty.
Okay, so IT underscore Marty. Someone else, like I'm having here the data. I'm just telling you how the data in IT underscore Mara. I'm having the unique MATNR, means because Mara is having the key field Matner, right? And IT underscore Marcy, we have the material and plant combination, right? So one for single material it can have the multiple plant, right? So material and plant combination is unique, so more than one material can have the multiple plant. That means one material can come repeatedly in this IT underscore Marcy. In IT underscore Mardi, right, we are having the MATNR, plant, and LGOIT. These three fields we are having. So here also material is coming repeatedly, right? Because all the three combination is going to create the unique primary key, right? So here material is duplicate, here material is duplicate, and here material is unique. Which one you would prefer to get the data? Because the because the material number should be your the joint condition should be in their where condition. Now, by understanding this scenario, please tell me your answer, or just ping me your answer one by one over here.
Maybe IT Mara.
Okay, others? Yeah, others are there over or not? Ajit?
IT underscore Mara.
Yeah, IT underscore Mara. So please respond your answer so that the class will be interactive. Okay, fine. So IT underscore Mara, it is having the unique material number, so we can use this IT underscore Mara. It's better to use the IT underscore Mara instead of any another field, because other field is having the not unique material, right? Repeated, so it will give you the better performance over here, right? Because here we'll be having the unique material, and here I'm using this material number. So this is how you got the data from the VBAP into table IT underscore VBAP for all entries in IT underscore Mara, where Matner equal to this. Perfect. So now we got all the data now we'll have to prepare the final table, right? Here it was very easy to prepare the final table, right? It was very easy to prepare the final table, automatically it was prepared. But here you will have to prepare using like this, but still after doing all this code, it's going to be faster if it is not a HANA database, right? It is going to be faster because application server processing is very fast. If we're going to write any code at the application server layer, this loop will be running at the application server layer, so it's going to be very fast. Okay, now here it_marc into w_marc, all these things is there. Now you'll have to prepare the data from the it_mardi, and it_mara will have to prepare, you have prepared, right? Now what's your requirement? That you want to know all the storage location, right? Okay, all the storage location you want to know, which are all those storage locations. So what you will do over here, right? You want to understand what is all those storage location you want to put into the final table, right? You want to put into the final table. So in that case, if you want to do that particular scenario, what you will have to do that, let's go and do that one. So here put the loop again, loop at it_, because the one material and plant combination can have the multiple, the multiple storage locations. So we'll have to get all the storage location, right? So into wa_mardi and end loop, I will just put it over here, and you will put the where condition over here. Just put the where condition. So wa_marc hyphen mat nr, this put mat nr equal to this, and walks should be equal to wa_marc hyphen werks. Okay, so if more than one storage location is there for that particular, one by one I'm getting the data, one for one plant. Let's suppose here you are having the one, you are having, it is coming for one material and one plant combination, right? So for one material and one plant combination, we'll be having material storage location, multiple storage locations. So I'm just preparing this data. Okay, so I'll prepare those data and I will put it. So now wa_final hyphen mtart equals to mardi will have to prepare. So lgort, right? We'll have to give this one, and then the plant, it will be the same, right? This material and plant will be same. So for this you are going to have, what data? You can tell me what data? wa_mardi hyphen lgort. So like that you'll have to prepare, and here keep on appending the data. Append wa_final to it_mardi. So like that, sorry, it_final. So like that you will have to prepare the data. Similarly, what you can do, that you can put the, loop over here, and for one material you can have the multiple sales document. One material can be present in the multiple sales document. So if you want to get all the sales information related to that particular material, again you will have to put the loop on that. How you can do? Again you have to put control V, and here you'll have to give the it_bbap in wa_bbap, where material number equal to w_marc. This plant is not there in this bbap table. Okay, in this bbap you want to get the sales document, bb WA underscore but Mara, we are having the Marcy and MATNR we can go. We'll see in debugging how it's working. Okay, so final LGOIT we are going to get the BBELN. Sorry, here we'll have to give the W underscore BBAP, give the W underscore BBAP. Other field we are already having, right? So you prepare this BBLN and again I'm just going to append those data. Okay, again I'm just going to append those data. So W underscore final to IT underscore final, like that I'm just going to prepare the data. Okay, and whenever you are going to use this WA underscore final hyphen VBLN, so here you will have to do some testing, like how whether it's working fine or not, but this is how you'll have to prepare the data and you will have to so let me show you one thing. I will just comment it, this one, and first I will show that how the plant data is going to fill it over there. Okay, activate it. Some error is there, let us correct. It's telling IT underscore mardi is unknown. Okay, I think we have not declared the IT underscore mardi. Let's declare the IT underscore mardi. Okay, so for IT underscore mardi, we can declare this is our TS underscore mardi. I will copy this one, and with the help of this, I will declare the IT mardi. Mardi I will put. So in mardi, I'm having material, works, and a storage location. One storage location we will just give LGORT, and then we are having the LGORT underscore LGORT underscore D. Okay, pretty printer. Now we'll prepare one internal table over here, give the data IT underscore mardi type table of TS underscore mardi, and then let's prepare one work variable also, type TS underscore mardi. That's it, we prepared. Now click on this pretty printer, check the syntax. Now only one problem here. Okay, mardi, give this mardi, check the syntax, and what it is telling IT underscore marcy, here you give the marcy because sorry, here you will give the mara because IT underscore mara you are using over here for all entries in. Check the syntax now, and now there is no problem. Activate this one, put the breakpoint over here, and we will see how it's working. Press F8, and in IT underscore marcy you can see that we are having the 6 value. Okay, we are having the 6 value over here for IT underscore marcy. Now for each value in this IT underscore marcy, I have to prepare this material type, and then I have to get the storage location. So press F6, 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 F6. You can see the data is there in this IT underscore mara, so it becomes size bars equal to 0, and now we are just filling the data. And in IT underscore mardi, you can see for that particular combination, because there was no data, so it had just come out. This loop was not executed. So you can see in this IT underscore mardi, you are having the 16 record, but for the first record of this BOLT and HA12, there is no storage location defined. The material number BOLT, right? There is no BOLT. That's why it is not there. Okay, come over here once again. Come, and that value is also not there. Okay, that value is not there, that's why it's coming. Now this value is there. Okay, now for the third value, you can see the site avix actually shows the current record on which it is pointing to. It is pointing on this IT underscore mardi. Ninth record got matched. Come over here and see the ninth record 204 and 3131. Okay, and if you see the third record, because third time it got, you can see the third record is 204 3131. So it got matched, and it is having how many? 204. You can see the one storage location it is having. It is having only one storage location, right? It is having only one storage location. Fine. So you can see the storage location over here, and in this IT underscore MyID, just come back and it will start appending now. Once it will find the storage location, it will start appending, right? So you can see that how it's going to work, right? So just and like that, it has prepared the final table. And now if you want to see the output, let me enable this one. So you will be able to see the output. Activate this one, activate it, and press F8, and you can see that this is, the storage location LGOIT. But why the storage location is not populating over here? Okay, LGOIT, you can see it's blank, right? It's blank. So MATKL plant is fine, but the storage location, it is not populating. Some problem is there. LGOIT, we are putting this LGOIT, we are appending also, but it is not W underscore final. That's fine. Okay. So this we can only put this particular append statement, we can put only when if size sub RC, not equal to 0, means if there does not there no record found, at least if there is no record in this storage location, right, then only we can put this value, right? So we can give over here and if, and then only use this statement, right? If there is no value in this, then only just append the previous value. If some value is there, automatically it is appending, right? Let's debug it and find out the problem why it is not populating, right? Press F8, F6, F6, F6. This is the problem is here, that it is not populating this LGOIT. Press F8. Okay, press F8, and here it has come this time, and we can see that LGOIT, why value was not read? That is the LGOIT value is blank over here. You can see there is no value. Let's see in IT underscore MyID, in W underscore MyID, there is no LGOIT value. It's blank, right? It's a blank. That's why it is not populating. But why it's blank? That's the question, why it's blank. So let's go to the IT underscore MyID table where we are fetching the data. IT Marcy. Here you can see only I'm fetching. Here you can see from the MyID table, I'm fetching material number, plant, no storage location. So just give the LGOIT over here, and now your data will come. So this is how you can also debug. Okay, here we are having 3 fields. Fine. Activate this one, and now press F8. And now this time put the breakpoint. Press F8, and this time you can see that LGOIT is having the value over here. Press F8, and this time, because there is only one value for this LGOIT, for this 204 only, other is not having the value, so you can use this LGOIT over here, right? You can use this LGOIT over here. Okay, so you can verify the data. You can go into the table, you can check over there, or again you can put the breakpoint and you can check why, means whether the the data is perfect or not. So go to this IT underscore MyID table and let us see the data over here, and you can see the LGOIT, we are having this data perfectly over here, but only the data where every criteria has been matched, right? Where the plant, storage location, everything is there, right? For each material number, if you want to get the plant, what you will have to do, in that way you will have to think over here, right? So what you will do, because for each material number, if you want to populate the plant, here only, here what I'm doing over here, I'm getting only those, here I'm getting only those material which is having the plant, right, in IT underscore Marcy. Now if you want to get all the storage location for all the available material, right, for this it underscore mara, then what you will have to do in that case, you will have to put the loop on this it underscore mara, right? And in that way you will have to manipulate based upon your requirement, right? So do one thing, this is one assignment, try to complete this assignment. My requirement is over here that this is our data. So let me give you this assignment, try to do yourself, and if you face any doubt, please let me know, I will help you over there. Not a BAPDD assignment, close it. What you will have to do that with the for all entries, okay, in this for all entries, in activity number 3, in the activity number 3, okay, here you are getting the data from what, BBAK, BBAP, that's fine. In activity 3, okay, what you have to do that first get the data, what we have done over here, the same thing we'll have to do, okay. So step 1, get the material and works from Marcy table using for all entries, those IT underscore BBAP, that's fine. Remove this one, I don't want this. So here get the data from Marcy table. First you get the data from Mara table up to 10 rows, like that. Get Matner from Mara up to 10 rows, okay. Then the second, get the Matner and mtart from get the Matner and mtart. Here mtart both is there in Mara table, okay. Get the Matner and works, means plant. Get Matner works from plant table. Plant table is what, from Marcy table, okay. For IT underscore Mara, for all entries in IT underscore Mara. So in the first step, you are getting the get meta from Mara up to 10 rows in IT underscore Mara, put in IT underscore Mara and put in IT underscore Mara. So all the data you will have to put. This is the same example as I have already shown you. Just you have to formulate the data at last using the loop. Maybe you will have to use loop inside the loop, right? And you'll have to share the result with me. So get the Matner works from the Marcy for all entries in IT underscore Mara, where, right, matnr equal to IT underscore Mara hyphen matnr, and put this value into from Marcy. Get the Matner works from Marcy and put the result into IT underscore Marcy, right? So I will simply write over here like this, IT underscore Marcy, just to understand that we have to get the data from, we have to get the data and we have to put into this internal table, okay. Now here, IT underscore Mardi, get the data, IT underscore, get the data in IT underscore Mardi, okay. So you have to get matnr, right? Then get the plant, right? Then get the LGOIT from MARDI, okay, for all entries in MARDI table, where Matner should be equal to IT underscore Mara Matner. Sorry, Marcy will have to get no. For all entries in Marcy, for all entries in IT underscore Marcy, where Matner should be equal to IT underscore Marcy hyphen Matner, and works should be equal to IT underscore Marcy hyphen works. So get this data into IT underscore Marty. Similarly, get the data from, in step 4 get the data from BBAP table, right? IT underscore BBAP table, or leave this part. Okay, what I want that in the final result, okay, my expectation is that requirement is now that populate the data, populate the data for each material. Okay, for each material, we don't have to miss any material. If some plant is there, show some plant, right? If some plant is there, show some plant. Now if some plant is not there, show some plant. If plant is not there, put it blank, keep it blank only. If plant is not there, keep the plant blank, keep the plant blank. Okay, similarly for whatever the material, and suppose for one material, if you have two plant, you have to populate both the plant. Okay, for one material, if you have two plant, you have to populate both the plant. I have done using the loop over here, right? If you see here, for if one material and plant combination, I have multiple storage locations, so I have put the loop on this it underscore mardi and appending the data over here, right? Similarly, you will have to do, you will have to put the it underscore marci loop on it underscore marci, right? In where condition material number you will have to give, right? And here you will have to give the w underscore mara, and the outer loop, the most outer loop, you will have to keep it over here it underscore mara. Okay, and here work area will be also w underscore mara. So just try to put your mind and give some time, and try to think that you have to populate the data for each material. If some plant is there, so show some plant. If plant is not there, keep the plant blank. There is no problem because plant is not there. Then you will have for each plant, so populate the storage location. If a storage location there, you populate, otherwise keep it. Populate the storage location if present, otherwise keep it blank. Otherwise keep it blank. Okay, and you have to for one material, there can be multiple plant, right? There can be for one material, there can be multiple associated plant. There can be multiple associated plant, so you'll have to populate those. And for one material and plant combination, you can have multiple storage location, right? Multiple storage location, so you have to populate. So populate all these multiple data, okay, multiple data. Do this requirement. If you're going to do, you will be having better understanding how you are going to, you will have to use the loop inside the loop somewhere, you can. And if you're going to do it successfully, in the next step, what you can do, that get the data from BBAP table. Okay, if you are going to do it successfully, then what you do in the next step, get the data from the VBAP table, and so in VBAP, get VBELN means sales document, right? And then Matner for from BBAP for, right here, BBAP for all entries in what Mara table. You can keep it it underscore Mara table, because for all plant you want to get the data. Again here, here I have shown you, right? It's better to use if we're trying to get all the material related storage location, that's fine. But if you don't want to get all the material related storage location, only those data which is present in the Marcy table, right? Or in Mardi table, means for those plant where for those material where the plant and the storage location is maintained, then you can use in that case you can use the it underscore mardi, right? Here you can use it underscore mardi instead it underscore mara. So again here, the from optimization point of view, right, from optimization point of view, this can be the scenario based. So it's not like if it is a unique material, then we every time can go for the it underscore mara. It again depends on the requirement. Hope it's clear for everyone. Okay, if you have any doubt, please feel free to discuss. Okay, so in the step number 4, it underscore bbap get vvln matter from bbap for entries in it underscore mara, because here I want to populate all the material related sales document. Okay, all the material related sales document, and here you populate all the material related sales document, right? Populate all the sales document for each material. If it is multiple sales document, populate all those multiple. If multiple sales document, please populate all those. Please populate all those. So this is how we'll have to do, and the final structure will be like this. This is your final structure at last. Okay, after the step 4, this will be your final structure. Okay, so use this final structure to populate the data and try to populate over here. This is a good requirement where you can learn many things. Okay, and in a different way you can manipulate, right? You can do the manipulation. Okay, so here this is the requirement. Another requirement in step 4, I can give this as a requirement 2. Then in requirement 3, please do this requirement. Please do this, I would request for experienced person also to complete this assignment. Okay, so you will be having the better command on the programming. So requirement 3, here I want to get all the get only those data where at least one storage location will be present. Okay, get only those data where at least one storage location will be present in this final table. Okay, in this final table, this is the final table. So in this case, what you will have to do? In this case, what you will have to do, that you will have to put the outer loop. Here we are having the outer loop. Here it underscore mardi you will have to do, because in it underscore mardi, if you see here in it underscore mardi, you will get only those record which is having at least one storage location, right? For for material and plant combination, right? For material and plant combination, you will be having at least one storage location. Okay, so here also you can maybe give it underscore marcy hyphen matnr, and okay, so now it will be clear, like for material and plant combination, check the syntax. So for material and it's fine. So for material and plant combination, you are going to get the data into this it underscore mardi. So you will be must having the storage location, at least one storage location over here, because this mardi table is for the storage location, right? So you will have to put the outer join on it underscore mardi, okay, and here w underscore mardi, and then you will have to prepare the data, okay. Then you'll have to prepare the data. In requirement fourth, I will give you over here. In requirement 4, what you will have to do, get all the records, for which at least one plant will be there, at least one plant will be there. So you'll have to put the loop on it underscore marcy, because marcy will be having at least one plant, whatever material is over there, okay. And for those material you'll have to prepare this final table. Please do this assignment and share with me the program name, okay, and the content of this, okay. Fine. So this is the assignment you will have to do, and with this, for all entries and inner join is completely from my side, and if you have any question, feel free to ask over there, okay. So the current requirement, what we have done over here, if you see the current requirement, this is the answer of this particular requirement, okay, this particular requirement. So this is how we'll have to do, okay. But from the VBAP, I have not done anything over here, right? Till here, up to a storage location you can get the data, but if you have to get the data for VBAP, how you will do, right? So obviously we'll have to put the loop on this it underscore VBAP table, right? And this Matner equal to w underscore marcy hyphen Matner, and at the final you will have to give this VBLN and here, and the data you will have to populate into this it underscore final over here, right? You will have to populate the data, but here you may get some discrepancy. The reason behind why you can get the discrepancy, I will show you. Activate this one, activate it. Some error is there. Let's resolve first. W underscore VBAP is unknown. Let's define this VBAP. Go to it underscore VBAP. Here we'll define that data WA underscore VBAP type TS underscore VBAP. So here I have to populate all the sales document for each material number. Okay, check the syntax. No component is the same, but the mat number. Okay, you can see that in it underscore VBAP, I have given the mat number and ST underscore name. This is the two component I have given, right? So MATNO I will have to give, right? Because that is the component I have defined. That's why it's better to use, whatever the field over here, the standard field name that we are supposed to use. That's the better practice, that's the better practice. So that you will not get the confusion, because that for the sales document number we will be having the standard name, so you will be using same name everywhere and you will not get the discrepancy, right? So I will do the same name, so it will be easy for me. You can keep the any name over here as I was showing you, and MATNR, right? MATNR. Okay, so here also MATNR. Now I will put MATNR, and this is fine. VVELN, now it's okay, and this is also okay. Check the syntax now, and final does not have the component. Here you can also see, because the VBLN I have not defined the component, I have given something else for the final. SD number I have given, right? So that's the problem. What I will do here, VBELN, I will keep it for, it's a better, it's a standard practice to use the same name as it is there in the table. So for review purpose or for maintenance purpose, for maintaining the code also, it becomes easy if the name is same. Okay, so now you can see over here, now it will not give any error, it is fine. But here we are having the logical problem. What is the logical problem? I will show you in the debugging how I'm going to get the data. Press F8. So till here it's fine, you will be getting the data till here, it's fine, right? In it underscore final, one record you have got till now, the works, right? Material group works LGUIT, because this particular material number there is no storage location, so that's fine, it is not coming, right? VBLN, now if you can come over here and if you see, you can see there is no, IT underscore BBAP. Let us see why there is no record over here. In IT underscore BBAP, there is no record. Let us see why there is no record in VBAP. Come over here, IT underscore BBAP, IT underscore BBAP. Let's observe the select query on BBAP, right? Mara matter, it looks fine. Maybe data will not be there. That may be one problem. So go to the /o SC11, right? And we'll use the BBAP, press F7, then click on this content button, and we will see how many records. Only 41 records is there. So whatever the material number we are having, for that material, whether we are having the data or not, we will just check it. Okay, so how to do that? For material number, I will put it over here, the breakpoint, press F8. Okay, and in this IT underscore Mara, I will get this, click on this small table button, copy this material number and go here and give this material number over here. Okay, fine. Number of entries, you can see the 0. That's why it is showing the 0, right? That's the reason it is showing the 0. So because there is no data, that's why it is not showing. But I require some data. So what I will do, that I will copy all this code, and first I will update where I have written the code over. So morning, here we are having, and for all entries I will update this code. I will paste all this code, Control V, Control S, and now I will open my another system where I'm having the sufficient data. Okay, in this system I don't have the data, and there I will paste this code, and there we will run this code and we will see. Okay, just it will not take more time now, only 5 minutes, then we will wrap up our session. Okay, so the third requirement I am doing over here, the same way you will have to complete the another requirement. Okay, so ECC at the rate of 18, and now here you can come and you can give the program name zpk test, something like that, and sorry, mb28 and demo 1, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's give the 16. Okay, so for all entries requirement 3, we are just going to complete. We are just going to see how we are going to do. Okay, executable program. Here I am having sufficient data, lot of data we are having over here. Okay, Control V. Why it is not pasting? Just let me see. Control A, Control C, Control V. Yeah, now it is pasted, and I will remove this. Okay, now I'm having here no syntax issue. It's fine. I'm activating this code, and after activation I'll put the breakpoint, right? So I will put the breakpoint over here, loop at, this is fine. And where to put the loop now? I'll put the loop at beginning, and we will see step by step. Okay, press F8, and in IT underscore Marcy, you can see the 12 records is there. That's fine for this 12 records. This is good. Here we'll be having in BBAP also some data. Let me check in BBAP. Here itself directly you can change, press enter. Oh, here also there is no data. For this material, there is no data. Okay, this is bad. So now actually I have to get those data, I have to get those data at least for which some data should be there in BBAP. So I'll have to get such a material over there. Okay, so let's go to this BBAP, click on this content, and I will say here you can see 27,433, but first I'm taking the first 10 records, so those material is not having any matching, uh, matching data with that BBAP. So I'll have to get such data which having at least some VBELN, right? So what I will do to get those data, when I'm putting the select query, just I'm doing a workaround in order to find out the data, right? I'll put the inner join over here, inner join, right? So inner join from Mara and BBAP on what basis we have to put the inner join? Matner of Mara. So I will get some data. Okay, Mara Matner should be equal to BBAP Matner. That's it. I want to get only those material number. Okay, only those material number, and here I will give the Mara. That's it, this much only, so that I will get at least proper data. I will get some data, check it, and some error is there. MATKL is ambiguous, fine. Mara I will give control F2. From BBAP I don't have to select here any field, just I'm getting those 10 fields which have some sales document. Okay, press F8 now. Put the breakpoint over here, press F6. Here also you will get the 10 records only, but this 10 material you will be having some sales document number, right? Means this material has been sold to some company at least once. Okay, so here in IT underscore Umara, you can see the 10 records we are having, but this time we are having the good material, which will having at least some sales document number. Come over here, and the Marcy, we will see how many Marcy record we are having. Here 36 for this 8 records in IT underscore Mara. Some duplicate was there, so it was deleted. Now IT underscore Marcy, we are having the 36 unique records, and here you can see in IT underscore Mardi, you can see so much records, 12,862 records only for this 36, right? Because the material which are present over here is having multiple storage location, right? So this is how these are the unique record, because after the for all entries I'm using this into table, so this will be unique record. Okay, there will be no duplicate record. So press F6, and here again this time if you see the IT Mardi, we have given IT underscore Mardi. Okay, IT underscore Marcy. Okay, IT underscore Marcy, Y 2 times LGORT, right? Okay, one mistake we have done over here, what the 2 times we are going to put on the Mardi, and see here you would have observed when I'm taking only material number at plant from the Mardi, we were getting the data 12,000 something like that. Why? Because the material and plant combination were multiple for the Mardi, though they were the unique record, but still the data was large. I will show you. Okay, though the later press F8, some error is there, no issue. We'll check this error. What is this error? /n SE38, and once again we'll go into the change mode, come over here, and I'll put the breakpoint, press F8. Okay. I want to show you why we are supposed to put the key field, right? So press F8 and press F6. In IT underscore MID, you can see that 12,862 records is there. right? You might be thinking there is some, the material and plant combination is unique, but material and plant combination will be unique, but this LGORT is blank over here. So if we're going to select together and click on this sort, you can see that here, right, this combination is unique, here this combination and this is unique. So this is unique record, but because we are getting only the plant material and plant, that's why we are getting the huge record. But when you are adding this LGOIT, and that's what we are supposed to do, we missed over here, because in MARDI we are having the LGOIT also, right? And that's why we're putting the select query over here. And once you put over here on this MARDI, you will get the less amount of data, only 26 or 36 it was there. Okay, fine. So what I will do that now, come over here and I will remove the select query. It is not required. I will just comment it. It's a better practice to comment. Okay, so I'm just commenting it. Once it will be finalized that my code is final, it's perfect, then I will just delete. Okay, at this point of time I will not delete. So kind of development scenario I'm showing over here. Press F8 and come over here, and now in this MARDI table, press F8 once again. In the MARDI table you will be seeing some IT underscore MARDI. Click on this IT underscore MARDI, 44 records. That's fine, good, it's okay. IT underscore MARCI, now I'm going to get the sales document. Okay, now I'm going to get the sales document here in IT underscore BBAP. Here you can see this IT underscore BBAP, and here because I'm putting the for all entries in IT underscore MARA, check this initiality. If IT underscore MARA is not initial, here also one problem is there. So this is what this is the mistake while when reviewer will do the review, that time he will give you the point. Okay, so such kind of human mistake, it is natural. Okay, so here I'm supposed to give this if IT underscore MARA is not initial, because I'm checking the for all entries in IT underscore MARA, but logically it should be fine, because if you see the previous sequence, it should be fine, but still IT underscore MARA we are supposed to give over here. Okay, is not initial. And then you can see the IT underscore BBAP, so many records this time we got, right? Earlier we were not getting any records. So you can see for one material BBLN and plant, you will get over here, right? BBLN and plant, one material you can have the multiple BBELN for one material. If you want to see that also, you can see over here, click on this button and come select both and sort it, so you will be able to see. So you can see that uh, you want to see for one material plant, so what we will do that, put this as a left, drag and drop to the left, so drag and drop to the left, and now select everything. Okay, and now put the sorting, and you can see for this one material you can have so many sales document, means this material number has been purchased so many times, sorry, has been sold so many times. That's the sales document, right, where the material you are selling. That's the legal document where you have the invoice, sales document, these all are the purchase document, these all are the legal documents where you are having the listing of the materials, right? So now we are going to prepare the data, and here the final things is going to come. Okay, so till here it will be fine. If you see till here, come over here, till here it should be fine. So IT underscore final, here the first iteration you are having, this is the how your record has been, material number, material type, material group, plant, storage location, and BBLN is 0 over here, right? There is nothing because I have not written any VBLN over here. But now if you press F6 over here, okay, if you press F6, so the new VBLN will come, and just you are appending those VBLN, again you are appending those VBLN, right? New VBLN you are appending, right? So you will see that Now I will show you. Put the breakpoint over here, here on this clear statement and press F8. Okay, it's giving you some problem, overflow when converting this one. Okay, so such type kind of dump comes, so you don't have to bother about this. Okay, let's see what is the dump and we will correct this one. What's the dump? So here it is telling at this point when we are putting this w underscore final hyphen vbln equals to w underscore vp hyphen vbln, and the value of this particular vbln is what you want to see at the runtime. So click on this debugger. It will tell you the value and why it gave you the problem, right? So this is the sales document number and this is giving us the problem, right? So let's see the type of this. Okay, so type is car 10. This type is car 10. Let us see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is fine, car 10, it's okay. And here if you see the w and this is car 10, it's okay. And wa bbap bbln, this is now come to this final. And let us see here, this is the int 2. Here it is the int 2. So when it is converting the data, at that time it is facing the problem, right? When it is converting the data, at that time it is facing the problem. So let's go and check this w underscore final vbln, what I have given the data type. Okay, so vbln, here you can see that what mistake I have done. Anyone is able to find the mistake over here? Any one of you? So this is a common mistake you will come across. Here I am doing the mistake. If you see the spelling over here, VBELN, and here I am giving VBLEN, right? This is VBLEN and this is VBELN. So that's the mistake. Let's check that one. The VBAP table, there also if you have done the same mistake, VBAP table. Okay, here it is fine, VBELN, right? This is correct, but other one is wrong. That's why, because the data type is not matching and the size is overflowing, the content is overflowing, it is having the larger size than the defined one. If it is going to be the exact one, it is not having any problem. So let's correct that one. It's the VBELN, and for this VBELN, if you see, this is for VBAP table, right? So if you go to the VBAP table /OSE11 and give the VBAP table, press F7, and you see that this VBLN table, this is the data element actually. And what I was using, some wrong data element, wrong thing I'm using. So better just go and check what is the perfect data element. Okay, what is the perfect data element? And if you are not sure what's the better to use, I know that my table is BBAP, right? BBAP, I will use this BBAP, give the hyphen, use the reference of that particular field. So it will be having the same impact, right? So there is no problem. If you're going to use like this is fine. This will behave perfectly. There is no problem. Or else you will have to give the correct data element. Come over here and check. I was thinking this is the correct data element, VBELN, but it's here underscore VA, right? Underscore VA is there, right? So either you'll have to give BBLN underscore VA or give like this. This is also fine, right? Here, if you don't know the exact data element, better give the table name and a hyphen the field name if you know, or else go to the table and get from there. Check the syntax now. This is fine, and activate it, run it, and this time there should not be any flow or something like that. Okay, at least due to at that particular point there should not be any problem because we have corrected. Put the breakpoint, press F8. Okay, press once again F8, and I'm going to put the breakpoint at this, and I will show you how you are going to get the data. Press F8, and this time you can see there is no dump. IT underscore final, you are having some 87 records, right? Click on this and we will see that that here, from here the record started getting filled, and for this particular the FEIT 003, 1200 and 003. You can see that for this particular material number MTAR 003, 1200 and 0002, you are having the blank value over here, but for the second material you are having this value, right? So how to avoid this? If already some material MTAT, MTKL works and the LGYT is there, so first VBLN should come over here and it should be come over here, it should be put over here, right? Because already the unique combination is over here, so why to again put the same unique combination, right? So it is blank, it is blank over here. So one thing what you can do, that you can use the delete adjacent duplicates, right? What you can do, that delete adjacent duplicates, comparing this material MTAT, MATKL, works, LGYT. This you can do by sorting it, okay? But there also you'll have to check whether you are going to get the data properly or not. So just to avoid this condition, that to avoid that risk, the better way what we'll have to do, that come over here and press save it. We'll have to write some logic over here, okay? Press save it. It will show you all the data first, what it has. See, all the data was populated now, right? Okay, so every time we'll have to do the proper testing with the less data. This is large amount of data, okay? So here testing will be difficult, so I will tell you that also how it can be achieved, okay? So here what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to put the whatever the data I'm going to get over here, that I'm trying to put it over here. Here also in IT_MARDI, you can see whatever the LGOIT data I'm going to get, I'm going to just append it over here, right? So the first time it is fine, it will not create a duplicate entry over here, right? Because the first time I'm just appending the record over here, but here already this record has been appended, and in IT_final we are having the data. So what we will do, that this W_final hyphen VBLN equal to W_VBLN, this VBLN, instead of append, that's where your modify is going to play a very important role over here, okay? So use the modify statement, modify IT_final, okay? Modify IT_final from WA_VBAP. That's it. Automatically implicit index it will take, and for that particular place, if the data is there, it will modify. And if suppose that data is not there, okay, suppose if that data is not there at that particular, here you can see that the first, second, third, it will keep on appending the data, right? It will keep on appending the data. But here I'm modifying this IT_final from W_VBAP. Let's activate it and we will see it how it's going to work, right? Press F8 once again, and once again press F8, and IT_VBAP. We are having these many records. There are a lot of records in 2331. That's okay, no worries. So what I will do, that I will keep it little simple. It's going to be complex. Here again some problem is there, no issue. SE38. So such kind of dump you will see, you will be habituated after looking on this dump. Instead of taking the 10 records, I will take only some 3 records, 3 rows. Take the 3 rows, so I will get less data, or I will take the 2 rows because so many data I'm getting over there, right? Press F8 and press once again F8. What happened? What is the problem? Let us check. Okay, modify I have given, and index I have not given over there. That's fine. Okay, that's why it is coming the dump over there. So here in this it underscore VBAP modify. Here at this particular point it is giving the dump it underscore final from work area. Actually I'm supposed to give W underscore final because we are preparing the W underscore final from the, it should be compatible, right? It should be the compatible it underscore final from W underscore final. Okay, and one thing also you'll have to remember, right? If that particular W underscore final is not present over there, it should append. Okay, it should append over there. So uh, either it should modify or it should append. So this modify statement on internal table, okay, this modify statement on internal table does not automatically append. Okay, so if that particular key field is there in this W underscore final, then that's fine. It will just what it will do, it will just modify it. But if it is not present, just you will have to, if size sub rc, you'll have to give size sub rc not equal to 0. In that case, you just append. Means if that record is not present, then W underscore final to IT underscore final. So that's what I was willing to show you in the debugging. Okay, no problem. This time I will show you. Okay, so modify this one. And here you will have to see one point. Here you will have to see that we know about the modify statement, that we want to modify it with the key field. Okay, so you'll have to define the key field. So let's define for this it underscore final key field. So based upon that key field, it will just modify. Okay, come to this it underscore final and type table of, that's where you will have to understand the concept of uh, with uh, with key, or here you can give the with key, primary key, and primary key name you can give some name. Okay, so PK or something like that, any name you can give, or by default also you can simply give with key all this field name you can mention over here, MATNR, then MTRT. So it will be by default your primary key, MATKL and WERKS, then LGORT, then BBELN. Check the syntax now. See, some error is there. Okay, an implicit in this way modify. Okay, no problem. So here you can see this is the key I have defined over here, right? So this is the key. This will become by default your primary key. Okay, or also you can give with key, primary key, and the PK you can give the name of the primary key or any name, components, primary key, components, right? Primary key. Some syntax I'm missing. When we'll have to use the primary key, we'll have to use some proper syntax, but this is also is having the same impact. Okay, if we are going to use the primary key, or like this, it will be having the same. The way of writing is different, but the syntax is same. I think we'll have to give, if we're going to use a non-unique key, primary key, and then components. So like that you can use it, components. Okay, so I was just giving the name is not required. Okay, now this is also not, because a standard table you can have by default the non-unique key only. You cannot give the unique key for the standard table. Okay, so with key, primary key, components, like this you can give. Check the syntax now, there is no problem, and here it will work nicely. So with primary key we have given, that's fine. This work area, now this internal table TS underscore final. Okay, so like line of, you can give it over here, the like line of, or let me do one thing, this table type I will define TT underscore final, and then what we can give over here, that sorry, types tt underscore final type table of ts underscore final, and this table type itself I'm going to give it like this, so it will be, we can use n number of times this particular table to declare any internal table if you have to define the multiple internal table, right? So type table of, here you can use the table type directly, type tt underscore final, that's it. So now it will take the property of this, right? And the final, I will use the ts underscore final, like line of ts underscore final. Fine. So with this, come over here, and if it will get the data, if it will get the data here, you use the modified table. Okay, you'll have to use the modified table, then only the key will come into effect. So if that particular key is present, then it will modify. If it is not present, then it will append. That's what we wanted, right? So similarly, you will have to do the another requirement. Let's see, some problem is there. ts underscore final, the field is unknown, but there is a field with the similar it underscore final. Why? What is the problem? The field ts underscore final is unknown. Okay, this it underscore final, if I'm going to use the like line of, then you will have to use this internal table. Okay, check it, activate this one, and now put the breakpoint, and I will show you what we are expecting that. So whatever we have learned till now, in this way it's going to be so much beneficial, all that concept, modify table. See here how much, if the existing record you will have to modify, how you can do, you'll have to use this one only, right? There is no other way. Press F6, right? And in w underscore final, now let us check the data. This is the data you are having, M01 HAWA0207, this, right? And this VBLN. Now what it will do, that you are having the final table it underscore final. Here you are already having the two records, right? This M01 HAWA 207 1000 and 088, right? This storage location you are having the different, and the final which you have prepared over here, just observe over here. Observing is very important. Come over here and w underscore final, and you can see the 088. So what we want to modify the second record which is having the 088, this one, right? And because why to append the second record, because already this record is there, then I will put this over here, right? Then come over here and press F6. Okay, then it has modified, and you can see the size of RC is 4. Then the system is telling it is not successful. It is not successful. Then what it will do, it will append. If it is not successful, then it will append. But let us check the data, right? It should be successful, right? You can see here it should be successful because this data is same, right? This data is same, correct? So it should be successful. What is the problem? What we have done the problem over here? What we have done the problem over here? Any idea? Come over here, and the components we have given here, also we have given this VBLN, so it is considering that one also as a key field. Let's activate this one and come over here, and we will try. Okay, press F8 and IT underscore VBAP 351 records. Still we are having so many records, right? So no problem, it happens because for all the material we are getting the the data, that's why. And this time you can see that it is it is for the loop at BBAP, and that it is giving 0. It got successfully modified, right? And you don't have any extra record, and here it got modified successfully, right? So that's why very important to understand the concept, right? because there first time I have given this also as a key over there, so it was not able to modify. It was not able to modify because this was also considering as a fee key, and it was expecting for the same data. It was blank earlier, right? It was blank earlier, and this time I was giving some data, that's why it was not matching. But now I have removed this VBLN as a key, okay, and now this is only key 1 2 3 4 and 5 field as a key, and if it has matched, just is and modified. And now what I will do that go back, and for the second, right, BBAP, where material number, based upon the material number we are going to get the data. Now press F5 once again, and here you can see the second record. Once again the IT_final, if we will see, so this is how one by one you will have to perform the testing also. M01 Hava 207 1000 088, already we are having this BBLN, and now you can see here that okay, so this VBLN, what is the VBLN now? This time this is some new VBLN, right? This is some new VBLN. So now see, the first time you will have to find, first time this is the new VBLN. Just see here the new VBLN. Okay, let me click on this desktop 3, so you will be having 4972, right? Come over here in IT_final, and earlier it was 4970, but the data is same. What I want, when the new data it is coming here, I want to be appended the new record. But in this case it will not do. Why it will not do? Because it will match all these three, because all the four is same, so it will just modify it. So how to avoid this particular things? Because already it is there, so you'll have to you will have to append this one, right? You will have to append this one instead of instead of modifying. You will have to append. You can see that it is not appending and it's modifying. See, it has modified. So that's the another problem, right? That is the another problem. So how to avoid this problem? So to avoid this problem, what I will do, let's take the approach differently. Okay, let's take the simple approach. It's a very simple approach. What we will do that, we will first read the data. If the data is already present, okay, I will just modify the if the data is already present, this IT_final, right? If the data is already present in this IT_final, I will append the data. Okay, I will not modify. Already if it is appended, then why to modify? That is the question, right? If already that particular BBLN and everything is present, then why to modify? So what we will do over here, just read it. Read table IT_final, okay, with key, put into work area is not required over here, because just I'm trying to check whether that entry is there or not. So read table IT_final, transporting no fields. So I don't want to read any fields, so transporting no fields with key, right? So what is the key here? Here 5 key we are having over here, right? All the 5 key you will have to check MATNR. Then so what you will put the MATNR for? MATNR you will have to put this already, if that particular record is present. All right, so WA_final hyphen, right, MATNR. Then again what you will have to do, another field. Let me copy those fields, copy from here, Alt Shift Control C, and then we will come over here and I will paste. Where it gone? Yes, here we are having Control V. Okay, sorry, Control Z, control V. Okay, so Matner you are having, so W underscore final underscore Matner, you will put it. Control V, and then gives the equal control V. Here you will have to give the mtat, right? Equals control V MATKL, right? So just I'm checking if already that record is present, right? Already that record is present, then what I will do, say here control V and walks, here WA underscore final hyphen LGORT equals, and here this is the important part, right? Hyphen BBELN. This is my important part over here. Actually, if this BBLN for this particular record is already present, right? This particular combination, if this BBLN is already present, then what we'll have to do, I don't have to modify, I have to append it over here, right? I will have to append. So if size sub RC, if size sub RC not equal to, not equal to 0, if that means it is not present, right? Then go to end if, and then I will just append. So sorry, it's already, if it is present, if it is already present this particular value, okay, then what you will have to do, you will have to append it. No, here we are doing some mistake is here. We'll have to think the logic in such a way that the expected result should come. Here it will be a problem, okay, here it will be a problem. Oh my god. Okay, do one thing, we will do the remaining part tomorrow. Try to do yourself. This third part is almost I have completed, but here you will have to think some logic, like how, if you understood the requirement, right? If already that one sales document number is there, right? Then we don't have to modify that one, we'll have to append the new one, right? That you will have to do, and that logic try to put it over there and try to complete another assignment, and let's meet tomorrow. Okay, fine. Then with this, let's stop over here. Check the syntax, some problem there, I will check it. Okay, tomorrow we'll see this one, this part I will save it. Okay, if any question, if you have any doubt, if you have, please feel free to ask. Any question or any doubt over here? Any question?
No, sir. So kindly share the Excel of assignment which have.
Yeah, I will do that one. Okay, I will do. Thank you then. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Let's meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.